Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be looking at Streets of Rage 1. I will be having to make some changes here and there with the game. We're going to run at the 50 Hz, the PAL region, and then we'll switch to 60 Hz US and Japanese, but generally Japanese and American regions are both NTSC, I believe, and there usually isn't a great deal of difference. Let's just have a go. So I just got these games the other day. Quite chuffed, to be honest. Okay, let's go one player. So right now we're running at 50 Hz. But I will show some video of the video of the Mega Drive, and you can at least see it for yourself. Then we'll go Adam because Adam's badass. Funnily enough, he's only in the first game, and then the fourth game he's not in 2, not in 3 either. Okay, so as you can see, we are running at 50 Hz at the moment. As you can see, it is very, very slow. I've done a few tests already, particularly with Streets of Rage 2. It's not unplayable, to be honest with, but you can feel how much slower it is compared to any of the collections and stuff in particular. I'm just going to adjust the audio just a little bit because I think it's a tad too high, and I have some sort of weird echo going on, which is annoying me as well. Okay, let's just change that just a touch. Let's reduce that down just a little bit. There we go. Oh, it is. I mean, this is how we used to play it particularly in the UK, Europe, which is what we had. 50 Hz was all we had. Oh man, it is painful at times. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not unplayable. I'll probably just do level 1, 50, and then 60. At least you can sort of see the difference. I'm getting my ass kicked. This is embarrassing. And I am capturing this through my Elgato device. Music on this game is just mint. It's just excellent. See, some of the Mega Drive games, they're actually, I think after like 91, 92, they actually region restricted certain games. I know there's a few that are like that. I think one of them that's quite, I'm not sure, it's notorious, but it was the Mega Man remakes that only came out in Europe for some weird reason. If you've never played Streets of Rage, the concept is obviously quite simple, but they are excellent games. Particularly 4. They've done an excellent job with that particular game. My least favorite is probably 3, to be honest. Mostly because the gameplay is excellent. The music, something's just a little bit off about 3, in my opinion. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's too crazy, if that makes any sense at all. Which probably doesn't make any sense at all, but that's how it feels to me, anyway. I do miss that responsiveness at 60 though, because it's just everything's so much slower that you constantly have to compensate and maneuver a little bit more so you don't get hit by things. Oh, we got boss time. If you haven't got the soundtrack for these games, I mean, it's just mint. Let's call in RoboCop. It looks like him, mostly. The weird thing about this is I've messed about with it, and the only way to boot the games in 60, because a lot of the PAL games are designed region specific to only run at 50 Hz, is to boot it at 50, and then I have to switch the game off, reset, just to boot at from 50 to 60 Hz. It's weird. It really is. Some games you can change on the fly, some you can't. So I'm going to try it now. So run it 50, I'm going to switch to 60. Okay, so Streets Rage 1. Oh, that's a lot better. So 1, you can do it. You can switch on the fly to 60 Hz. No problem. And it's so much more responsive. This is ideally the way to play nowadays, I would definitely say. There's no hesitation about that at all. But again, it is, you know, very much dependent on whether you can accept 50 Hz or not. I don't think it's dreadful at all. Excuse me. I really like the first game. The second game is by far the best, but the first game, the music's awesome. And you can see my gameplay is a lot better as well. Oh, typical, just said that. At 60, because it's just so much more responsive. You can do so much more. But you'll see when I do the Streets Rage 2, there's some oddities with that particular car. Particularly me getting it to actually bloody work. It was a pain in the ass to get it to even boot the other day. Got it done, but I had to mess about with it and stuff. This is one of the good things about collecting cartridges, is they're going to last a lot longer than anything CD based, essentially. Okay, as I was saying, right, sorry about that, my dog was barking. Problem with it when you're doing recordings is if you end up playing the actual game, which is kind of a lot of fun. I am running through the scaler, which I've completely forgotten the name of it now, and I've also got a Mega Drive shielded cable from RGBC. It's a UK company that does a lot of retro cables, gives you the best sort of image and stuff. But I can only run this up to 3 or 4 times the original resolution. Neither Elgato or OBS will take 5 times. I think it's the lines, I think the resolution or something. Although OBS is a damn sight better than Elgato. Elgato, if you change it to any kind of weird resolution, it just won't accept it. I hate that. Get rid of this twat. This guy's starting to annoy me a bit. Gotcha. Game's not that long, but the later levels, particularly that final level, is actually quite hard. Particularly when you get to the Blaze clones. They're a twat to deal with. Need to get some life, otherwise I'm going to die in a moment. 11 minutes. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I don't know what it is about the soundtrack. The soundtrack on these games is just incredible. I think it was quite popular in the 90s at dance clubs and stuff. Oh, and here comes the boss. Let's deal with this dude now. But as I said, as you can see, it's inherently more playable at 60. You can play at 50, but it's just janky. I'm going to switch to the Japanese one, which is essentially the same. No difference at all. This guy's getting on my nerves. Damn it. There is a new Streets of Rage, apparently. A new Golden Axe as well, which is cool as hell. Okay, this guy's getting on my nerves. Oh, you twat. There we go. So that was Streets of Rage 1, 50 versus 60. As you can see, it runs well, particularly at 60. Very iffy. Hello there, and welcome to Streets of Rage 2. This is going to be another 50 versus 60 hertz comparison. I've done Streets of Rage 1 already. Yeah, this is the more interesting of the two games, though. This one is, I believe, this is a game that's restricted on the PAL versus. It'll only boot on a PAL system. If you try and put this into an American system, even though even on a region 3 Mega Drive, it still will not boot in the US region. But funnily enough, as you'll see in a minute, there are some oddities with this one. 2's probably my favourite. Yep, I am cheating because there are 5 lives out of 3. We'll go Axel. So I'll do the same thing, let 2 levels at 50 and then 2 levels at 60 hertz. Oh man, this is... Do you know, I was saying in the last video, like, it's not that bad 50 hertz, it really isn't, but the more you play at 60, the more you start to appreciate 60 hertz way more. And also, you can play as the Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3 character models on Streets of Rage 4, which is kind of cool. Because obviously the art in Streets of Rage 4 is incredible, as in the models and that. They look really, really good. The art style they've used really syncs up very nice. And again, soundtrack is incredible in these games, it always is. 2's probably my favourite. I never owned always owned the first and second game. Never the third game though, for some weird reason. That's one of the ones I'd like to get my hands on, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. The price is, I think it was like £198 on eBay last time I looked, which is quite a lot of money. And the most I think I've played for a retro game was about 87. I think that was either Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on GameCube or the Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. And that was quite a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. When you're talking about like you're keeping up on retro hardware and then modern hardware, computers, that kind of thing, it starts to get expensive. But you are going to see something quite interesting when I switch this, because again, I can't, I've already messed around with it. You can't boot, well, I couldn't boot from the US to the from the PAL region to the US region. You just can't do it. This one is still slow, but there's more responsiveness, I'd say, than Streets of Rage 1. A lot of the games, particularly PAL, they're usually what's known as PAL optimized, so they're slower than like their US and Japanese counterparts. But like the music's like the same speed. Like in fact, some games that I've shown in other videos don't even run very well at 60 Hz because they're designed to specifically run at 50 Hz. I couldn't tell the difference between things like Streets of Rage. I couldn't tell the difference in the music. In fact, I thought the music sounded better at 50 Hz. But I can still feel that slowness. So when I'm punching in 60, I can go da 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 da. And if you do like B, like 1 2 3, then give it a split second and go 1 2 3, you can just continually keep sort of smashing that move, basically button mashing essentially, and it makes the game a lot easier. I mean, it is I guess a flaw in the game, I suppose, to some degree. Jackie boy, you're going down. Just gonna keep knifing him. Knife the man. Knife him. Again. And again. Keep going again. And again. And again. Yeah. I love these old games with these exploits you can do. See if I can throw it at him. How's that? Oh, I didn't kill him. I'll be dead in a minute. One punch. You can't take the weapons between rooms, I've noticed as well, which is kind of weird. I played this religiously when I was about 12. I'm 40 the end of the year I'm 40, so it's surreal and scary at the same time. That was bad. Don't want to get these guys crowding you because they will absolutely hammer you. It was definitely worth the money though. I've got these on collections, but to have the actual cartridges is always what I wanted. You know, I made that dumb decision about 2007 where I sold like everything I had on Mega Drive, which is really stupid. And didn't have like massively rare games, but like let's think, what did I have? I had Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Streets of Rage 1 and 2, Chaos Engine, which is a game I want again at some point. It's going to set me back at least 50 to 60, if not more. It's a Bitmap Brothers game that was originally on Amiga. What else did I have? I had Captain America and the Avengers, which I don't know if it's a hard to come by. It wasn't a particularly great game. if memory recalls. It was not bad. Road Rash 1, played 2, never had 2. Desert Strike. There might have been some others as well. I had a lot of Master System stuff as well. So you can do it, but it's more difficult on the PAL to just spam the punch button. Missed me. If I time it just right. Oh, damn it. I know I believe it's the PS1 Classic now is like a really good device to use for emulation on original PS1 games now. The levels are a lot longer on 2 as well, I've noticed. There's a lot more areas to go through and stuff. And obviously you don't have the... Let's see, is he... Come on. What's that do? You're next. But I think the whole 50 versus 60 is always kind of fascinating. I'd love to actually try GoldenEye at 60. And I've only ever played it at 50 Hz. No, you prick. No, you don't. Oh. There we go. That should break his ribs. No, you don't. Okay. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, it's weird. So what I'm gonna do now, in fact, I'm noticing the difference between how much longer the levels are in 2 compared to 1. I'm just gonna switch to the American region, and then you'll see what happens. It's odd, and then we'll switch to the Japanese region. So check this out. See, so this cartridge is used to be developed in outside North America and South America. It cannot be used with hardware cells within these areas. So what I'll do now is I will switch to the Japanese. I may have to turn it off. We'll find out in a second. So we've gone to the Japanese region. Yeah, we're gonna have to switch off. And this is the cool thing. I mean, maybe people have seen this and those. I've never seen this, but this is really cool. So now we're on at 60. And it boots into the Japanese version of the game, which is eventually called Bare Knuckle. And you've got Japanese text, which I've never seen before, which is weird. Cool, but weird. Yeah, it's you can do this on certain versions of the games on the collections. I think on the it might be the Xbox One and the PS4 version. I think you can change what region you want to play. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Obviously, it's just a neat, thing to have, basically. So as you can see, bare knuckle. Right, let's do it again. And plus, at 60, you can speed run it a lot easier. Look how much faster and fluid that is. It's so much nicer at 60. It really is. So if you want to use, you want the PAL version of the game, if you can, get yourself a Region 3 Mega Drive, and then just boot it in 60. If you've got the ability to boot to the Japanese region, I mean, if you're into original hardware. If you're not, then just emulate it. But I mean, it's brilliant at 60. It's just, I can't believe I used to play it at 50 Hz. It was good, don't get me wrong, but Look how quickly I'm bursting through these guys at 60. It's so smooth. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not happening. That's him dealt with. That's him down. Still a very hard game. The further you go through it, when you get to like level 4, or no, level 6 or 7, I think. There's one when you're on there's always a lift level, elevator, depending on where you're on the world. Jackie boy. Oh, you twat. Ain't gonna get me that animation, mate. Oh, maybe you are. Twat. Oh, that's it. This is what I mean. You watch this, right? So I can dum. Oh, you twat. That's him dealt with. Oh, God, didn't get the thing, did I? Right. So it's kind of fascinating that they've started region restricting certain Mega Drive games and other games aren't region restricted. But I suppose if you can get a game cheaper, like in the US or Japan, and then just get like a thing to like boot your Mega Drive that way, I mean, or Genesis, depending where you are in the world, it's cool. It's a really good idea. Plus, games in those days were a lot more. Although games are getting stupidly expensive now, they were. If you look at inflation, they are actually cheaper. Doesn't feel that way though. The hardware is damn sight more expensive. But I think this is fascinating. And the game's damn good as well. I'm just trying to run through this. You can see how much quicker I'm getting through the game. I'm at the end of the game near level 1 already. So I can just keep jabbing her. Plenty of time. I don't have to take into account that like couple of seconds gap between hitting B. I can just keep smashing it. Brilliant. And then she's out of it. I mean, anyway, I do recommend playing as many old games as you can, as long as they run at 60 hertz, because there are some that don't run at all. They don't run at all at hey, there you go, at 60 hertz. They just are not optimized to run at that resolution. But there you go. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I have a video coming up on Buffy on the OG Xbox, so I'll be doing that soon. Thanks for listening, and I will try to put out more content. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.